Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the north side as the blue Maltese, we have 765469460. And spawn as the red British, we have abduchokri401. And that seems a little bit too sensitive. One moment. And there we go. Oh, looks like both sides sort of. Two cows. I like cows. There's actually a number of cows that can be tamed. Maltese has not selected deck, nor has the British. Let's see, we don't see any mass wood collection, so not going for any sort of immediate mana boom craziness.
Ready.
He says it's ready. For a name for this Grandmaster, well, we got Stefan Relic. For names of the map, we do got the Apaches, which give you access to a ranged cavalry, good against cavalry. And over here, we do have the Comanches, which give you access to ranged cavalry, good against cavalry. I really don't like the sometimes native designs, like they are basically the same thing. 9090. This one's cheaper, horse archer. The other one maybe a rifle rider variant. And we do have a deck selected, 1v1A, which does include villagers, wood coin, longbowmen, musketeers, Scots guards, team grenadier guards, cavalry damage, cavalry hit points, advanced arsenal, villagers, wood coin, longbowmen, yeomen, coldstream guard, hussars, cavalry combat, falconets, refrigeration, rangers, concrete rockets, factory, and factory. The Maltese. New deck type selected. It is a foreign name for a deck. We got wood trickle, food wood coin, pikemen, crossbows, infinite fan our allies, also the native Greek sentinels, flamethrowers, hospitality, redden towers turns your outposts into, or allows your outposts to deploy out units. As well as basically get 2 outposts as well, so it's basically 2 war huts. Vitorosia, crates of wood, crates of food wood coin again. Infinite pikemen, infinite crossbowmen, that's interesting. Steel bolts, archaic soldier combat, squires. I love it's also the Age of Empires 2 icon. More precisely, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition version. Infinite shipping supplies. It gives you 2,000 initial, then 1,300 after. Food. Russian tongue, pikemen, and factory. This deck is unusual to say the least. Let's see. Which gave you Orpich next, Russian tongue. This is his only tongue he's going for. That is a horrible way for me to say that. But Orpich next are raiding cavalry. Good against villagers and good against structures. So this is probably gonna be a siege unit. It has archaic units and maybe flamethrowers. I have no idea how this is gonna go for the Maltese. The governor versus the quartermaster. German for wood on the way. British has gone for gang saws. And now got 16 villagers there on wood, so he's eyeing to really mass produce manors. However, he only has 1 villager on food. He needs to get a bit more because he's getting, what, 60 food per minute, which is not enough for villager production. I think it's like you get villagers produced every 20 seconds. No, that's Age of Empires 4. I forget the exact train time for villagers.
Commandment.
I'm just gonna highlight this. Either way, they cost 100 food, and I'm pretty sure you need like 200 food per minute, at least. We got shrimp, wood, and pikemen being plotted by the British. Hunting doggos and the placard mines for the Maltese, and bring a shipment of wood and coin. He's deploying out a handful of pikemen as well, which will give him some good siege damage. Pikemen, British pikemen at this moment in time is interesting, and maybe trying to harass some buildings, maybe trying to siege down some trading posts, but his opponent has nothing in the field. Maybe the pikemen... I think maybe the British player is poorly scouting out his opponent, because I don't think pikemen are going to be super useful. He may just harass some housing, try to be a bit of a homewrecker. We do now have the steel traps and the amalgamation research on the way for the Maltese. The longbowmen and villagers on the way for the British. As a shipment available, you may not use that shipment, wait, and when the pikemen push forward, scout his opponent. I thought he had more pikemen as well. He 31 population, 21 population, so he has more pikemen somewhere. There they are. 8 pikemen does offer a decent amount of siege damage, 32 times 8, so basically 2400 plus 8 times 6, so 5600 damage per volley with a siege. We can easily take out a hospital and housing. But then again, if attacking anything that doesn't fight back will be easy killing. And here's a weird thing about pikemen. They may have +2 range, but overall, they have less DPS than a villager in melee combat. Villagers have 150 base health, 20% range or melee armor. Pikemen have 120 health, 10% melee armor, and 8 damage, while villagers have 10 damage. I am not joking, but villagers have better melee strength than pikemen. But of course, if you're getting outnumbered, that's pretty effective. He does go and bring the militia. Militia do have decent damage, and plus they have range. So they could perhaps just keep their distance away from the pikemen and pick them off. We do now the outpost wagons, probably for Redden Towers. So now with this hospital, you have 3, field queues. And he needs to push on forward. The longbowmen and pikemen can quick. If all this, he's going to lose this outpost right here. Some of the militia started going down. This outpost will go down, or maybe not. Pikemen can make short work of it. Some of those militia starting going down. Not losing militia is actually a bit of a problem. Militia have good damage. Sentinels do offer good damage as well. They offer good health. Overall, they're pretty cost effective. They only cost 100, same cost as a musketeer, but they just overall very high quality. What makes them downside to them is they cost 2 populations, so they're population inefficient, but very population or cost effective. More Sentinels on the point of field. Sentinels are going to be an excellent defensive unit, but they will be hit by the longbowmen, which are to get bonus damage versus heavy, as well as have great range. Oh, I just realized something as well. My Twitch stream has a wrong game set, so I'm going to fix that in between games. Longbowman firing away. He does have a decent defense force, but he's simply way outnumbered. Longbowman, like crossbowmen, have very little bonus damage against heavy. The more of their range is what their biggest benefit is. More pikemen being purchased by the British, and as well as shipment coin. Going for more sentinels here. He is not building any villagers most, so may want to continue getting them building. He may need to get another house relatively soon as well. Does get a shipment of crossbows here. Crossbows are like longbowmen, just have less range and a little bit more health and less range resist. Those will get gunned down. Some of Most units are getting hit. The outpost providing some decent fire support. That militia does eat quite a bit of arrows there. Longboom do not have good siege damage, so not going to be very effective versus these outposts. More sentinels being on the build queue. Another round pikemen for the British player. We do have now the square formation. Does take a bit of damage there. Pikemen do offer great siege damage. Another round of sentinels there. Longboom being forced on back. And now the British player can age up. And he's going to be aging up with the Adventurer. He's going on an adventure. We now have the Fanor allies, which are a skirmisher. He also may want to get the repair ability onto this outpost, but he's probably lacking wood for that. Trying to push the way forward. Pikemen also engaging. Evazon's now deploying the field. They are more of a counter unit. They have low base damage, good multipliers, and good health. They do also have only 16 range, so it's not too long compared to other skirmishers, but they of course have more health and good range resist to brawl. They will be effective versus the pikemen. They will not be really effective versus those longbowmen having very little damage. Owl's taking some damage. There's Fanor allies have poor siege damage. Crossbowmen has even worse. Sentinels have decent damage for their cost. Siege damage. Does torch on one of the manors now. Has a shipment of food on the way. More longbows been being put out in the field. British player has a shipment available. Has now aged up. I didn't hear the drum effect. Got a shipment of longbowmen, 10 longbowmen, along with the additional longbowmen being put on the field. He will simply just have a lot. Another group of longbowmen being poured on out now. Maybe you're timed up for these longbow employment. House down. He has plenty of spare housing. Veteran longbowman is going to be very important here. There's a shipment of longbowman. Has 34. And I think actually a bit more back here. So 39, I believe. One pikeman. One guy with a pointy stick. The Grandmaster is slowly picking away the Explorer. Some of these longbowmen are in cover formation, I believe. We do now have a shipment for the British player, Yeoman. It adds +4 range attack maximum range. So now these longbowmen will have up to 26 range, which actually is very significant. Also gives a +50% damage versus heavy infantry. Adds a little bit of line of sight. Also gets applied to the rangers. But these will soon be at 26 range, which is very significant. That's what? Same range as falconets? They also are a veteran right now. And they do also have improved attack speed. And that's the range of longbowmen. Very nice. Spore does go down. He's just using the cover formation. Does not increase their range resist. Red does take a volley there. One longbow does go down. Does get a round of dragoons, which is... He may just be demoing them out so his opponent doesn't counter with hussars. Dragoons need to keep their range. It's not really worth sending them in. They're meant for countering a unit. And it looks like blue does back out of the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.